Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sanket Suryawanshi, and today I am here to give a presentation on big data case study. As we all know that Google is a big tech giant company which provides different services such as some computation facility, storage facility, and also some big data analysis and AI/ML. But now in this presentation, we are more focusing on big data. So from this chart you can see that the growth of data is increasing from year 2005 to year 2000 till year 2025. So you can see mostly we have generated unstructured data more than structured data. So we required some such databases which will handle the unstructured data too. So you can see that digital interconnected factories are daily producing 1 petabyte data and daily training data up to 64 TB in from self-driving vehicles. So from this you can conclude that data is growing rapidly day by day. Also from this image you can see that how the data evolution is there, how the different sectors are impacting to the data generation, and from this data whatever we generated we are going to extract some important features and we are going to perform some analysis to get some important values from that by using some big data analysis. So you can see that YouTube, Twitter, so they have mostly lots of data they are generated every day. So from this we can get some useful information when we perform some data analysis on that. First we should understand what is big data. So big data is nothing but a massive amount of data which is available to the organization and which is generating day by day. Because of its volume and complexity, it is not easily manageable by many businesses. So we require some intelligence tools to handle this big data and to get some important features or important values from that by processing on that. So big data consists of petabytes, more than 1 million gigabytes, and exabytes data, which is common for personal devices. So whenever you have big data, then big data generally 5 characteristics such as volume, variety, value, velocity, and veracity. So how Google big data has these all 5 characteristics. So first let's understand what volume. So volume is nothing but huge amount of data. So for example, if you are using in Google, then Google has many services such as YouTube and Gmail. So day by day, many content creators upload video to the YouTube daily. So lots of amount of data get generated day by day. So it contains a huge amount of data. Next we have variety. In variety, different formats of data from various sources. So in YouTube, we have different types of videos are available such as short video, such as long video, as well as we have option for community tab. In that we can post images also. So it contains unstructured data too. Also we are commenting on that video, so mostly it is dealing with unstructured data. After that, velocity. Also as you can see that growth of YouTube means day by day everyone is uploading video to YouTube. So at a high amount of speed and rate, daily videos are uploading to the YouTube. So it has high volume and high velocity. Next is a veracity, means inconsistency and uncertainty data in the YouTube. So whenever you upload a YouTube video, then it is not common for all. It is different from different creators. So it may be short video, it may be long video. In such a way, there is a veracity in data. So whenever we get this huge data, then we require some important softwares or tools through which we can analyze the data and extract some useful information from that. So we have variety, value, velocity, veracity, and volume. These are the 5 characteristics for the big data. And Google uses all this big data to get some important information from that. Now let's understand big data at Google. So Google uses this big data to optimize and refine its core and search and ad serving algorithm. So as you can see that as you all know that Google has their own search engine called Google search engine. So what they can do, so whatever data they have, they can use the data to optimize its search engine algorithm only. So in such a way they can analyze the data and they can improve their own search engine and all. So they can use different softwares like Hadoop, HBase, Spark, Hive. So they can use all these softwares so that they can improve on their software like Google search engine. So Google generally uses this big data from its web index to initially matches the queries of potentially useful results. It also uses some machine learning algorithms to increase the user engagement so that Google can use their Mahout ML AI in their big data so that it can encourage the customer and they can target the particular customer that they want through machine learning. Also Google optimizes search engine through all the data that they have collected by performing some data analysis on that. So they require some particular tools and softwares which I have mentioned in that image. So this is one example from which Google uses this all these big data and all stuff to improve the Google search engine and all. So you can see the change in UI and all from 1998 to 2013, and nowadays they're using some advanced software like Hadoop and all to process the big data. So you can easily see that Google has its own Google Cloud platform to provide the different services called the GCP. In that we have different domains like compute domain, storage domain, big data, AI/ML domain. So big data is mainly concerned with our presentation topic. So in that big data, mostly whatever data they have generated through different products like YouTube, Gmail, Google Photos and all, so they have all the data. Then basically they can perform some big data analysis on the data, and they can try to improve their facilities and services. For example, if they have some Google Photos, then if you want to cluster the Google Photos according to their matching pattern, then they can use some machine learning algorithms on that, and they can cluster similar photos together. So for that they require some machine learning on that Google data. So they have all their platform through which they can perform some analysis on the data. So they can use their softwares like Spark, Hadoop, Apache and all inbuilt in that Google Cloud platform to get result accordingly. So in such a way Google analyzes its big data to improve the customer services. So Hadoop ecosystem basically contains different components, such as first is the HDFS, that is Hadoop distributed file system. So which is nothing but similar like Windows. In Windows we have NTFS. In similar way we have a Hadoop distributed file system. In that our database is distributed and parallelly we can access them. Then we have MapReduce. In that MapReduce, basically whatever data that we have gathered is basically processing with the help of MapReduce, so we can access and parallelly process the data. After that we have YARN. In that YARN, basically this is nothing but a resource management. So whatever resources we have, it is done with the help of YARN. After that we have HBase. In that HBase, basically whatever data we are going to get from different services, that basically stored in the HBase database, which is column based database. After that we have a Scoop and Flume. Scoop and Flume are nothing but useful in data collection. Whatever data that we are going to collect, basically these two components are basically helpful for dealing with structured and unstructured data. Then we have Zookeeper. So basically it will deal with all the coordination and workflow management is done by the Zookeeper only. We have for machine learning we have Mahout, and for SQL query we have a Hive, and for scripting and all we have Pig. So in such a way Hadoop ecosystem is there. So basically we can use this Hadoop ecosystem to deal with the big data. How Google analyzes its big data? So Google has its own platform called Google Cloud Platform. In that they provide some big data facilities to the user, so they can perform their analysis on that. So you can see that first we need to access the data. So we can access data by uploading our files, or we can upload the files to the cloud, or we can perform some BigQuery analysis on the data. Then we get a raw data. After that raw data we get, then we can perform some process on that, and we can do some analysis on that. We can use BigQuery and BigQuery ML to analyze. Also we have cloud storage and cloud ML engine, so that with the help of these tools and all we can analyze the data and improve the user services. Thank you.